Hi guys, happy Tuesday. It's October 11th, 2016, and I wanted to talk about this past weekend. I went to Hay House's celebration for Louise Hay. It was her 90th birthday celebration, and it was really celebrating her life and what she's done in her life. She's one of the founders of the self-help movement. And she started it when she was 60, but before that, she really learned how she could help people, starting with herself. She wrote a book called You Can Heal Your Life, and it all really stemmed from her story and how she was able to turn her life around. If you haven't heard of Louise Hay, please look her up. She's an amazing person. She has an incredible story. And that story involves her going through physical and sexual abuse, getting cancer, going out into the world, and I know that she became a model, and she met someone and went through heartbreak and went through quite a hard time in the beginning stages of her life. And she was able to cure herself of the past and cancer without doctors, by the way. And she realized she could do that with her thoughts, that what she could think about, it would be brought to her. So she was able to heal herself, literally, with her thoughts. And it just shows how powerful our thoughts really are. Ask yourself what things you're saying to yourself. Are you being mean? Are you on a downward spiral just because you woke up and had something bad happen and you tripped out of your bed, or you had a bad dream and it's just all of a sudden spiraling out of control? You have the power to change that. You could put on a song and it might change your mindset to something happier. So really analyze what your triggers are and how you're reacting to that, and what are the words you're saying to yourself? Are you being really harsh? Do you deserve that? Oftentimes we are pretty mean to ourselves, especially if we created a habit of it. That's something that I have definitely done. So Louise Hay has a book that she wrote, You Can Heal Yourself, and she brings up mirror work. And a lot of times, especially if you know that you are really mean to yourself and you don't love yourself as much as you should, it's really important to go look in the mirror and do that mirror work. She has you get to know yourself, and I'm just starting this process. And really love yourself, learning to love yourself. Saying, Tyler, I love you. I really, really love you in the mirror. It's really hard at first. I didn't realize how harsh I was to myself. So I encourage you to give this a whirl and see if this mirror work can really boost who you are and change how you feel about yourself. Are you radiating at a low level? Is your energy just, like it's not really influencing, you don't feel purposeful, like, what are you doing with my life? But if you start to love yourself and really figure out what your purpose is and are you honoring your values, you're going to raise your vibration, you're going to raise your energy, and how you affect other people, it's going to be a reflection of how you love yourself. People want to be around happy people, right? So respect and love yourself, and you'll attract more love in your life. Raise the bar, raise your energy level, and let it radiate out. They talked a lot about loving yourself and using that mirror work. So I encourage you all to try it. Maybe buy one of her books. I'm not getting paid to say that. But I'm also reading about fear by Elizabeth Gilbert. It's called Big Magic. And it's about living creatively without fear. So basically, Fear's always going to be there. I mean, let's be honest, we're human. Most people want to be fearless, but really, like, if you're fearless, you're probably a sociopath because you just don't care about anything. So fear's always going to be there, especially if you're living a life creatively. It's going to be like, what are you doing? You know? So understanding that fear is there and accepting it, coddle it, it's fine, it's there, but don't act from fear. It can be there, it's part of you, but face it and act with the creative side and your purpose and your truth and who you really are, and it can just stay for the ride and just, you can prove it wrong, right? So loving yourself, understanding that fear is there because you're human, and moving along anyways, saying yes to life. Even if fear pops up saying, what? Say yes anyways because it's going to feel right for you. You want to live in a yes world. I mean, clearly we can't always say yes to everything, but if it is something that you feel deep down inside that you have to do, you should do it. What is your purpose? I recently had a talk with an amazing life coach, Travis Barton, and I told him how much he inspired me, and that's why we had this conversation. And he said some beautiful things to me. It was really about focusing on the why. Why are you doing what you're doing? What kind of impact do you want to have on the world? My why is helping and uplifting people, is to bring out the light and the purpose and getting rid of the self-limiting beliefs. I'm working on that myself, and I also want to do that for other people. And I think once you go through it yourself, you know where people are coming from and you know where they want to be. And if I could just do that and help them and love them, that's my purpose, and that's what I want to honor, and that's why I'm talking to you right now. So why are you doing what you're doing? Are you honoring your values and your true purpose? Have you tried to write down your purpose and what it is? What do you think your purpose is? Because we all have a unique gift and purpose in this world. And are you living up to it? So I challenge you today to figure out your purpose. Figure out what you want to say yes to, and maybe you sit down and write out your values. I did that recently, and before that I had no idea what my values were. I never really thought about it. I knew they were there, but I didn't really analyze what they were, and it was so beautiful to learn and realize that I need to honor them so much more. And the first step starts with loving myself, and I challenge you to do the same thing. So there were some beautiful, amazing speakers at the celebration, and if you guys don't know what Hay House is, look into Hay House Publishing. They have amazing speakers if you're into the self-help world, or maybe you're looking for something, some kind of encouragement or change, and you need to hear some beautiful, motivating voices. I encourage you to go there. They have amazing speakers that have changed their own lives with thinking amazing thoughts and inspiring so many other people. I can only imagine it can inspire you just as much as it's helped me. So at the end of the day, I just want to share that I've learned so much. I'm growing so much this year. I hope to have your support as I go on this journey of being a life coach and a healer. And I just want to send out lots of love and blessings, and I really thank you for listening, and I hope that I've somehow uplifted you today by sharing this love and what I've learned. And what they said at the end of the celebration, and something that I also believe, and I just bought her book, is if all else fails, read Louise Hay. I wish you all the best, lots of love and light, and thank you for listening to me today. Have a great one. Mwah.